Hey friends, Sean here. In this video, I'm going to walk through FlowChat and everything that's very valuable and important for you. If you've ever seen a software product, you've probably seen a million dashboards. This is no different. When you first get your new FlowChat membership and account, this is going to be the dashboard. When you log in, this is what you're going to see. On the right-hand side here, just understand you have 24-hour support with our customer success team, and you're going to have a dedicated agent. So if you ever feel overwhelmed or you get stuck somewhere in the software, this is a great lifeline for you to dive in and get some help. And of course, everybody wants to know what all the buttons do. So right underneath here, you see this product guide. Product guide is very short and simple, 1 to 5 minute long videos that you can watch, and it will show you how to click and where to click all the buttons and how everything works. Moving along, you'll see this green box here. It says click here to watch the 10-minute fast start. This is the only software, as I click there, it's the only software that I'm aware of that you can actually watch a 10-minute video and have the software up and running and working for you to get results. So you can start here, follow along, click along, and you're going to win at a high level. Moving back here into the software tool, here is our leads updated. So look at this, 561 new opportunities are here to look at this business. We use FlowChat to sell FlowChat, right? Which is amazing. And so that was today. Yesterday was 445. There's 253. There's 179. Here's 686. Here's 657. So you can see just in the last like 7 days, there's thousands of new opportunities looking at our project. And so I'm going to ask you the question, like, how many leads are you collecting each and every week from the methods of outreach and marketing that you're doing? And if it's not significant enough to grow your business, this might become a very good tool. Again, we want to make this thing simple, so we designed it to be run by a virtual assistant. So here you can see a task board. If you have a virtual assistant, very simply, you can use this feature to leave them a task where they would log in, see it, and do it. Very, very, very easy, right? And as we move along, the first thing that's probably one of the most important is this import feature here. So I'm going to click here. I'm actually going to zoom in just a little bit so you can see a little bit more about it here. So I'm going to talk about Facebook here just for a minute. But you can see that we have all the other socials on the tool. So first and foremost, messages. Let's say you've already been using Facebook to start opportunity conversations with new prospects and you wanted to manage it more effectively. Well, we can just click this button and we can collect all the messaging conversations that you've ever had, move them into the software tool here, and continue the flow. Now, what does FlowChat do? There's 3 things, as I mentioned. Number 1, we can collect thousands of highly targeted people in an instant. This is how you do it. You import them in. 2, we set up a predefined messaging sequence that we want to send to them. And then 3, we just send messages. So first and foremost, where do we find the people? If you have messages, this is place number 1. Let's say you're making posts and doing marketing content on social. Well, anybody goes to any post and they hit that thumb or they hit the smiley face or the heart, they're engaging with your post. Well, this is a way to turn your likes into leads, right? So you could go to any post on there, whether it's a paid ad or whether it's just a post that you've made or even a post someone else has made, click on the engagement, the people who have liked that thing, and we can collect all those people and move them here into this tool where we can have a one-to-one conversation with each and every one of them to get the desired result. Friends list. Let's say your friends list on Facebook is a good target. We can collect all your friends or anybody else's friends and move them into this tool here and have a conversation. How about this one? Facebook groups. I know you're probably a member of a lot of different groups. Well, imagine going into a targeted group of possibly your right prospects, and we can click a button and we can collect all the members from the group and move them into the tool so we can have a conversation about that, right? That's amazing. This is a breakthrough technology. I've never seen anything like this before. There's other tools and stuff out there that will do something similar, but not quite like FlowChat does it. And then lastly, comments here. So say you make a really engaging post, it goes viral, and you get thousands of comments, or 5 comments, or 10 comments, or however many you get. Well, this tool allows you to go to that post, click on this comments button, we can collect all the members who've engaged with that post, whether it's your post or somebody else's, and we'll collect those members, move them into the tool, and have a conversation with them. So it works on Facebook, works the same way on LinkedIn. Any messages you've ever had on LinkedIn, we can move those into the tool and manage them systematically in like a very, very organized fashion. Any likes on any post in LinkedIn, same thing. Any connections you've ever made or any connections anyone else has ever made, we can actually collect those people and move them here into the tool. Any LinkedIn group, same thing. We can collect all those group members. Any comments that have ever been made on any posts in a LinkedIn post, right? So people that are engaging with comments, you can collect the people who have commented and move them into the tool. And then the search tool, right? You can go and search for a job title. And then all the people that are CEOs, you can collect them all, move them into the tool, and start having a conversation with very targeted people, and you're going to win every time. Instagram, a little bit of a game changer here. Again, any messages you've ever started on Instagram, we can move those right into the tool. Any likes on any Instagram post. We know if we look at these posts in our field, like in our field of business that we do, say for example, it's real estate or network marketing or something, there's going to be influencers who are making posts. What if you could go to their post, click on the likes, collect all those people who liked that post, move them into the tool, have a conversation, right? And this one's a total game changer. Let's say, for example, you can click your followers list or anyone else's. Say there's some big guru in the real estate space who has millions of followers. You can go to their Instagram page, click on their followers list, and collect all those people. Now we're having very targeted conversations. Same thing on Twitter. We just brought Telegram in and also Discord. You can see Telegram is coming soon. So we're going to continue to add lots and lots of different new social channels, including things like TikTok and Pinterest and some of the other ones that have messaging. And now you're probably thinking, well, Sean, I know where to get the people now, but what do I do with them, right? So once we've imported them in, we move them into what we call a pipeline. This is the place where we deploy messages from. So I'm going to show you this one pipeline here. This particular pipeline, when we first started using this tool, we started with no list, no ad budget, no anything, and we were actually able to create $100,000 in revenue in our first 6 weeks from zero. And then we hired 2 virtual assistants to run the same pipeline, and we were able to create over $500,000 in revenue in the following 5 months. It works for us. It's worked for hundreds of different businesses in a lot of different industries. Here's how it works. Each one of these columns has a specific message attached to it. Okay, and the objective here is to drag the cards through each one of these stages, just like Trello or Asana or any of these cards that you can actually click and drag through. So here's how it works. We've imported them in, say, from a followers list on Instagram. And next we want to go through and find some people that are fit. So Tony Rowland, as an example, I'll click on his Facebook icon. When I do that, it goes right to his profile. And I can very quickly see, hey, is this guy a good fit for us or is he not? I know he's probably not a good fit for our business just based on looking at his profile. In fact, we have a 4-point criteria that we make every profile go through. If they don't match, we don't add them. So in this case, he's not a fit. So what am I going to do? I'm actually going to click his name here. I'm just going to go to status and he's not qualified. So I click not qualified and I hit save. Boom, he's out of the pipeline. So let's go to another name at random. We will choose Tozen. Let's see if Tozen's a good fit. So I click here on Tozen's name and I come in here. He's the founder at a media company. I know this is a good fit for us. So what are we going to do? Add friend. Very, very simple. Click that button, move back, and now Tozen is just going to be dragged over here into my friends section here. So you can see very quickly and shortly, I've sent the friend request over to Tozen. Now you can see that there's one for Chris, there's one for Sean, there's one for Bruno. Well, we use this pipeline with 3 personal profiles and we have multiple VAs running it. So we separate them by color. So if I click on this color, I can actually highlight any color I want. In my case, my color is green. You can see green cards here. So we have one virtual assistant dedicated to running green cards. We also have some reporting that will allow you to separate by colors so you can manage VAs all the way through the process. You can use colors for a lot of different things. We just use it by VA. So the next move is here. I want to invite Tozen to join my group. Now this pipeline, what does it do? Well, it does direct outreach. I invite people into our Facebook group. We invite people onto our calendar. And then we actually do a demo of the software tool, right? Now you don't have to have a Facebook group in order for this tool to work. In fact, probably not even necessary. We just like this flow, it works for us. So you can build a pipeline to do just about anything that you want. So I want to invite Tozen into my group. So what do? I click the message icon button. When that happens, I go right into Tozen's Messenger inbox, So here I am in his messenger inbox. I don't have to scroll around, and I don't have to search or anything. And all I have to do is right click and paste. And you can see my very first message inviting someone to join my group. Bam, there, I've sent the message. And so now I go back, and all I do is I drag this one across right over to invite to group, and I drop it there. Right, so now he's moved along. And then I would go to the next one, right? So I'd qualify, I'd drag him over here after I send a friend request, and I'd send my next message. So I click on the messenger button, and it goes right into his messenger inbox here. And then all I have to do is right click and hit, paste. And it says Tawny with his first name, and are you up for joining a group? Bam, sent that one. And I go back, again, code color this to green, and then I would just drag this over, invite to group. So now what do we do when we get them into the invite to group? Well, we want to move along, right? So the first move is we have a follow-up 48 hours after we invite them to the group to make sure they respond. So Tozen, here we go. So I'm going to click on Tozen's message here, make sure, let's see if he's responded or he hasn't. In this case, I don't think he's responded yet, so great. So 2 days later, I would just click here and I'd hit paste, and it'd be like, hey, just bumping this up to the top of your messenger feed, right? And I'd hit send. But since I just sent that, I'm not going to send this one. Right? And then if I wanted to send my group link to him, all I would do is right click. All the templates would then appear, and I would just choose the one to join my group, which is this one. So I right click, I just click one time, and that is copied to my clipboard, and it takes me right into the messenger inbox. And then I can right click and I can hit paste, and it says, hey, sure, here's the link to join our community, and I would hit send. And that's it, right? And the objective here again is to drag these cards from left to right all the way across. And so you can see all these touch points, right? Experts say 83% of your deals are closed after 13 touch points. Let me say that again. 83% of deals are closed after the 13th touch point. That's a stat. That's a statistically fact. So if you don't have a 13-point touch system in your flow, you need to get one. As you can see here, we hand these off to a sales team eventually after we've built rapport, and then they would buy something, right? Very, very simple to do, and it works very, very, very well. So that's how the pipeline version works. It works very similarly on LinkedIn. Here's an example of a LinkedIn flow. So I just showed you one on Facebook. Let's look at one here on LinkedIn. Now again, very similar concept. All you have to do is click the old, let's just randomly take Cynthia. So I click here, Cynthia's speaker bubble. You can see now I'm in LinkedIn. I'm not in Facebook. I can see the message. Here we go, bam, paste. And I could say, you there? Because she hasn't responded. I'd hit send. And now I just go back and I take her card and I drag and drop. Boom, just like that. Now I do the next one. Click in here, same concept, right? So I say, hey, have you heard about this? Boom, paste. Hey, you there? Question mark. Boom, send, go back. And you can see how quickly this starts to work. And again, you drag them on and on and on until they book a call, hand off to the sales team, and close a deal. So it works very, very quickly there. Now that's how the pipeline functions work. And so just as a whole, again, FlowChat, number one, find all the targeted people we want very, very quickly with the import tool, move them into the software. 2, set up the messaging we want to send to them, right? If you need help on what to say, we have weekly coaching that will help you get there, right? And then number 3, we just send messages. And listen, very important, if you're not the person that's going to be running this tool, we actually can provide you a fully trained virtual assistant that already knows the software, and they'll be plugged into our weekly coaching sessions so that we can make sure and hold your virtual assistants accountable for running your pipelines and getting your results. And with that said, if you have any other questions, again, please book a call. I'll have the link for you to book the call with us. Come check out our team. We're very selective on who we allow to get involved with the software, but we do have over 400 businesses currently using it and getting really, really big results. With that said, I'm Sean, one of the co-founders of the tool, and I look forward to seeing you on the inside. Bye for now.